Hello. So today in health and wellness, what we're going to discuss is exercise education. I'm going to go over kind of what exercise is, the components to a workout, different types of workouts, and the many things that exercise benefits. So, what is exercise? Exercise in a nutshell. So exercise is something we do to help live a longer and healthier life. Exercise as simple as just taking a walk. It can be more intense with more practice and repetition. Can be running, weight training, anything in between. Exercise will help you in a lot of ways in controlling and preventing many different health conditions. So there are three basic and key components to a workout: the warm-up, the actual exercises itself. So we'll go over two forms today: your anaerobic, which is a little more lower intensity, or your weight training, and then aerobic, which can be anything from walking, running, rowing, playing sport, and all that. And then when you're done, a cool down. So one of the most important parts of exercising is the actual warm-up. So a proper warm-up prior to exercise is a critical component to a safe and effective workout. The importance is to increase muscle and core temperature, promote oxygen flow to the areas which you're going to be working that day, as well as it helps reduce the risk of injury. So essentially what I always like to compare it to is you would never want to put a rubber band in the freezer and just start stretching it out. You want to warm it up before you start moving it. Many benefits of a warm-up prior to exercise. A few key ones are quicker activation and relaxation of both the muscles you're using, as well as the ones countering those movements for safe and controlled muscle contraction. It helps improve reaction time, force, strength production of muscles. And the higher temperature enhances the muscle's ability to best use the available oxygen from which the blood is providing. So what happens is the heart pumps the blood with oxygen, and your muscles have to use that oxygen and take it out of the blood in order to work. So having a higher temperature to start betters that ability to take that oxygen from the blood. You can break up a warm-up into two different components. You can break it up into what's called a general warm-up, which is kind of the start, just getting the blood pumping, getting the heart rate up. That can be 5 minutes of some low load walking, cycling, jogging, really anything to get the heart pumping quicker than it is at rest. And then you have what's called your targeted warm-up. Now this is going to go after the movements and the muscle groups that you're going to target that day. So this is going to be a 10-minute dynamic movement. 10 minutes of dynamic movement that are going to mimic those exercises you're about to perform. So you can do them either weightless or light resistance to further warm that muscle up. So say we're doing something like a bicep curl, you might want to grab a 5 or 2 pound dumbbell and just kind of do a few curls first, something that is much lighter that you can do many times. These two components are going to get the muscles warmed up and get ready to exercise. As I said earlier, there's pretty much two basic types of exercises that we're going to cover today. You have aerobic training and anaerobic training. Aerobic training is more of your jogging, your running, cycling. You have plyometrics, your high intensity interval training. So these are things that are going to require a lot of oxygen and going to really get your heart rate going. Then you have your anaerobic training, which is more commonly focusing on the resistance training. So your free weights, your dumbbells, your barbells, and all of that. You have machine guided exercises, and then you have cable exercises. You can also use resistance bands as well. All these things provide varying benefits and effects to the muscles that you're going to be training that day. There's many ways to integrate these types of exercises together. So you can do an hour exercise, which consists of 30 minutes of aerobic, 30 minutes of anaerobic, and you're going to gain benefits from both of those styles of training. And there's not just these types of exercises. These are just the two key general types that we have. A big thing in beginning exercise or your actual workout, you want to know what you're going to do going into it. You want to have a game plan on how to have an appropriate exercise to gain the most benefit you can. So what we like to use is something called the FIT principle. FIT stands for frequency, intensity, time, and type. So this is an exercise prescription that is specific for both each individual, as well as something that helps guide them towards their current fitness level and goal. So it can fit any population, from beginner to expert in exercise. What it does is it breaks down key components to creating a sound and efficient program to best benefit the individual. So what is this? Frequency is the number of workouts per week. So how many days a week do you want to work out? 3 days a week is a perfect beginning point to exercise, but you can work out anywhere from 3 to 6, sometimes 7 days a week if you're able to break up those exercises appropriately. Intensity, the I, that's the effort exerted within a given workout. Generally, the greater the intensity, the shorter the workout to prevent overload and risk of injury. Time. Time is going to be the length of time spent in a specific training session. So if you work out for 3 days a week, each day you train can be anywhere from 30 minutes to 60 minutes. And that's going to be the time in which you work out each day. And then lastly, you have the type. That's the specific activity being completed. That goes back to are you doing aerobic training, which can involve the HIIT training, the high intensity interval training, or the plyometrics, the running, your cardio exercises. Or are you doing anaerobic training? So are you doing your weight training, your lifting, and all that? So the FIT principle is a key concept into getting an appropriate exercise prescription for each individual. Finally, we have the cool down, another key component, just like the warm-up. Warm-up's to get everything flowing. The cool down's to get everything back down to normal, back down as close to rest as possible. So it's going to be the integral part to ending your workout session. It's going to be about 10-15 minutes, just like your warm-up. This begins the recovery process. What you're looking to do is reduce the heart rate, which is initiating that return of the normal blood distribution from those specific muscle groups that you just targeted. So what you want to do when you're exercising, get the heart rate up, your heart's pumping blood to the areas in which you're working. So at the end, we're looking to reduce that, get that blood back to the heart, back to pumping the things that it normally would at rest, and the heart rate back down to resting. You're also looking to bring the body temperature back down to normal, allowing those muscles to begin to rest and repair themselves. So that way, the next time you're going to work out those muscle groups, they'll be ready to go. So this is something where with the warm-up, we did more of dynamic movements, so mimicking the motions you're going to do. This is with the cool down, you're going to want to do more of a static stretch. This is going to be a slow and low load following a workout. This is important to help relax and elongate those muscles, which you just shorten continuously during your workout. Stretching muscles specific to the workout you just finished is a great way to start, but you can also include a whole body stretch if you have the time to do it. The important thing is you want to get the benefits. Just like exercise, you want to get the benefits of the stretch. So you want to hold that stretch position for 15 to 30 seconds without movement and repeat that 2 to 3 times. The stretch is to the point of mild discomfort. You never want to go to the point where you're in pain. So you want to go to mild discomfort, and this will ensure you're gaining the maximum benefits without increasing your risk of injury. So why is exercise important? Exercise truly is medicine. There's nothing in your body, no part of your body that really wouldn't benefit from extra exercise or beginning exercise. So what I'm going to cover is a few things: weight control, physical fitness, energy, improvements in mental health, and just overall long-term health. So with weight control, everyone thinks, do you think exercise? They think weight control, weight loss, muscle gain, something like that. So big thing with weight control, it's calories in, calories out. So exercise is going to help you burn those calories. Burning calories over time will eventually lead to weight loss. This kind of goes hand in hand with diet and rest, which are also very important. So you have things like heavy exercise, which would be like running or heavy weightlifting. Those things are going to tend to burn more calories. The more muscle mass you use, the more calories going to burn. Doing exercises such as running or something like a squat, which is going to use a lot of muscle groups, is going to burn a lot more than doing something as simple as a bicep curl. Now, yes, you're not going to gain the benefits of working that bicep, but if we're talking strictly caloric burn, those heavier exercises, those heavier muscle groups are going to burn more calories. But also light exercise is also going to contribute to calorie burn. So you're burning less calories, but you're still helping with that weight control. Next, we have physical fitness. And physical fitness is more than just making you look good, making you look fit. Exercise is going to contribute to help keep you healthy in many other aspects other than making your muscles look nice and all that. A big thing it does is it boosts immunity. You have a huge gap a few hours after exercising in which your immune system is working much more efficiently. Your heart health and your lung health are both going to improve, especially with that aerobic training, that running. Your heart's going to get stronger. Your heart is a muscle. So your heart's going to get stronger through doing those aerobic exercises. It also helps regulate hormones and chemicals throughout your body. There's many, many things. The list goes on in ways that exercise can help your physical fitness. Energy. Everyone thinks, they wake up, they're tired, they go get their coffee, they go get their energy drinks, and all that. Instead of using those things to gain your energy, exercise is a prime example and a prime way to help improve your energy. So it may not be the first day or the second day, but exercising over time will eventually improve your energy throughout the day. It's a much healthier way of boosting the energy to get through your day. Exercise will help with the oxygen flow throughout your body. So it's giving you that energy boost that you would normally get from your cup of coffee in the morning or your energy drink. It also helps with stamina, so not just, the short term, but the long term. It's helping contribute to a longer physical and mental effort throughout the day. It'll help keep the stamina up and helping you have this energy for longer periods of time throughout the day, not just that cup of coffee that gets you to lunch. Next, and this is a big one, and I love to target this one. Next to that physical fitness, that mental health is so important. So mental health is a huge thing that exercise can benefit. It aids in releasing different chemicals in your brain that help keep everything going and keeping everything going good. These chemicals are going to help boost your mental health. So you feel happier, feeling less episodes of maybe feeling of depression or anxiety, and it also helps you sleep better at night. Exercise is also a good way of just escaping reality. Yoga helps you relax, things like boxing to reduce stress, running, walking. If you do it outside, you can enjoy aspects of nature. So you can go on different trails and stuff like that. But there's many things and many forms of exercise that can help boost your mental health. Just a way to get away from everything on top of giving you those chemical boosts in your brain. And finally, the long-term health. So not only is exercise giving you that immediate health benefit, weight control, that physical fitness, energy, mental health, but it's also going to help the long term. So exercising consistently over time is going to help with heart health, controlling and preventing diabetes, help controlling the good versus the bad cholesterol levels in your body, and also helping prevent other serious medical conditions. These are just a few of the long-term effects to your health that exercise can provide. And like I said earlier, exercise is medicine. Everything you do with exercise, something's going to be benefited, whether it's your physical appearance, your mental health, your energy, all of that will be benefited through exercise. Here are our references, and thank you for listening.